I'm not trying to gaslight you.
I saw Stevie Wonder. He didn't see me. But...
She doesn't have a printer?
No, she's normal.
No, that's... When I say the best of both worlds, I lie. Because I don't want to hear myself talk. Although, you know, not bad, you know? Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Udon at Dawn podcast. I am your host, Lena, and today we have a special guest, Hi'i.
How's it?
So we are just gonna chit chat. We don't really have any game plans. We're just here, just gonna talk story, and let's get into how we first how do we know each other?
Okay, so when was middle school? It was what, 12, 11 to 12. I don't know, something like that. So we've known each other since 2012, 2013.
Yeah,
so
a very long time.
Middle school, when we were just little kids.
Little. Very much little, yeah. I think we only had one or two classes. I think we were in art school together, or art class.
Mr. LeKine's art class. Can we say names?
You can always say, the thing is, you can say names, but I can just blur it out. So, if anything, swear words or anything, you can do whatever you want.
Mr. art class. I think it was both 7th and 8th grade.
I was drawing a blank if it was Mr. or Mr. I don't know why.
It was Mr. Wait, no.
Yeah.
Mr. was 7th, and then I had Mr. 8th grade.
Honestly, middle school was a blur.
I agree. I don't remember much from middle school, aside from my core little friend group.
Right.
Who are now spread all over the world.
Yeah. It's weird. Not weird, but we were friends, but we were just friends in art class, and then that was it.
Pretty much.
Yeah. But yeah, so we know each other from middle school. It's been, how many years is that? I'm gonna
14 years.
That's crazy.
It is. Well, 2025.
Yeah.
15 years.
How was high school for you?
High school was good. I mean,
yeah.
I know you went to another school once 8th grade is completed, but it was pretty good. I mean, for the experience. I mean, I couldn't ask for a better high school experience.
That's
but
true.
Also, now looking back that I've graduated, at that moment in time, high school is this little world.
Yeah.
That your whole life revolves around, all the little drama and the microcosm of high school. It's oh my God, I'm in high school. This person said this. And now that I'm done, I was out of here.
Same. Honestly, I actually, funny enough, I did a podcast, a solo podcast. I've already filmed it and everything. Nice. And I'm still on the debate of whether to post it because it's basically about my high school experience and how it was. Really? So, yeah, I had a really horrible, it was good up until 11th and 12th grade. And then, there was a lot of there's a relationship, puppy love. It was a whole thing. But yeah, I mean, it was okay. I mean, I lived. I mean, I would never go back to school to high school. I would never go back to those times for sure. But yeah. And also it's weird because now that we're adults, can we say our age? I'm 26. How old are you?
I'm 25 in a couple days.
Oh, almost his birthday. Wow. Yeah, see, we're in our 20s. And you're going to be 25, which means you've already hit a quarter of your life.
As my girlfriend says, 5 years from 30. But not 4.
Yeah. So that's a little bit of how we know each other.
Yeah.
What's the latest right now for you?
Latest for me is, I'm just working. I'm doing the same thing, playing music, working around that world.
Oh yes, I should say he's a musician. Is that right?
Not very great.
No, he lies. No, you do. You get gigs. You kidding me?
That doesn't mean I'm good.
No, it does. I mean, it means that you know what you're doing.
Half the time.
No, but it means knowing what you're doing, which is good.
I mean, my friends get gigs, and then they go, "Hey, are you free? You want to come hang out?" I go, "Okay, sure."
Well, I don't know. I still think that you have your gigs. It's still a thing. You still go and you do it. So the fact that you perform in front of people, this is my comfort zone. This is me talking to a camera that eventually I'll edit and I'll cringe at, and then I'll be like, okay, it's good to post, and then it's out there in the universe.
What's funny is that when I perform, I have no problem playing in front of a bunch of people.
Yeah.
I don't care, but when it's a small room and there's 10 people that are actually listening, I freak out.
Oh.
I'm
Well, is there a difference between like indoors and outdoors? Because like obviously if you're enclosed more, but there's a lot of people, but you're enclosed, or is it better when you're outdoors where there's like, you know, breathable air, much more oxygen?
For me, it doesn't matter really. It's just like, I mean, I like indoors because AC.
Yeah,
but if it's nice and cool outdoors, like a good outdoor venue is always fun. Especially like sunset and things are mellowing out.
Yeah,
it kind of sets like a nice mood.
That's true.
So I like both.
Yeah,
both are great for me.
Yeah. Well, this Monday was my mom's birthday,
Oh, yeah?
and I was gonna make cut curry, and I cut my finger, as you see. It's like so bad. I sliced it so bad. So I sliced it sideways.
Oh,
so I was
washing. It went up like this.
Yeah. So I was So what happened was I was cleaning the knife, but the thing is, my dominant hand is my left hand, so I have the knife in this hand so that I can actually clean it.
You're a lefty?
I am a lefty.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I was cleaning it like this, and then just some miracle, something in the universe shook because the knife just went, and it like flew up into the air, and then it went, and then it fell it went that way. So it went ding, and then it went that way, and I was like, ugh. And that was the first time I've gotten paper cuts. I have gotten a little knife cut here and there, but like not that bad. So it was bleeding. I called my mom. I'm like, Mom, it's her birthday too. So I'm like, Mom, it's like the end of the day. Everything's done. We've celebrated. We've had a good time. I cut my finger. Mom, I cut my finger, and it the water. There's like blood everywhere. I'm like, Mom, help me. What do I do? She's like, go get a paper towel. I have little arms. So I'm like, the paper towel's all the way over here in the corner. I'm like, okay. So I'm just dragging my blood, getting the paper towel. And then she's like, raise it up high. And I'm like, okay, this is as high as it's going to go. What else? She's like, just squeeze it. And I'm like, okay. And so I finally was like, I cleaned it and everything. And so far, so good. But then the other day, my mom came to give me a glass bowl. And I was showing her, I was like, because I had it bandaged up. And I was like, Mom, does my finger look yellow? Like really yellow? Mm-hmm. And I was pointing like this, like, do you see it? And as I'm doing this, she grabs the bowl and it hits my finger so that it goes and I can't bend it fully down yet because it's still healing. It's the worst part is at the bend of your knuckle.
Yeah.
What is that a knuckle? I don't know.
That's a knuckle.
Yeah, I can't bend it fully like this.
But that is the most annoying place to get a cut. Yeah. Especially paper cut. It drives me nuts.
Okay, well, paper cut was minor. Okay. A minor from a knife. My friend was just telling me yesterday, she's like, yeah, I got a paper cut. And I'm like, a paper cut versus a knife is so different. Now that I've been sliced.
Yeah. At least you didn't get stitches.
No, so that was that was the issue was so that my mom hit it and so it started bleeding again.
Okay.
So then my mom was like, if it keeps bleeding every time I hit it, or I hope you're not gonna hit it anymore. But she was like, every time we're gonna have to. Oh my god, it's open, and I'm like, it's kind of like watching Grey's Anatomy, but it's my body and it's real, and it's like I don't know what to do. So I was so stressed out. So that's what happened to me lately. Nothing other than that. Nothing crazy. It's the new year.
It is the new year.
Did I see you before the new year or after the new year when we saw each other at the mall? Was that I can't remember.
Right before the new year.
Right before. Yeah. So hey, look at that. It works out. Finally, I got to see you at the end of the year, and now I get to see you at the new year. So that works out. So how was from the beginning of last year? Since we're gonna go back to 2024.
Honestly, 2024 was kind of like a blur year. I feel like it just went so fast for me because there was so much going on that I just kind of tuned out.
Yeah.
I kind of just tuned out how fast days were going by.
Really?
Because every day I was doing something. I was either working, spending time with my girlfriend, or playing. It was just I had so much going on that it just flew by. Honestly, because it was kind of like the first year where things were somewhat okay after the whole COVID thing.
Yeah.
Went back into a rhythm again where it wasn't kind of cautious and you weren't hyper actively paying attention to what's going around you and what we can do, what we can't do, because it was just I don't know, everything kind of resumed as normal. I mean, January was a really fun one for me because I went to Cali for the 2024 NAM show. So what NAM is, it's a big trade show for music. Oh. So what that is all the retailers go to the show because all the brands that we get stuff from
are sponsored?
Yeah. Oh. Are there to showcase all their products, what's coming out new. So pretty much every big music retail place.
That's coming out new in January of 2024 so that it's out this year. It's that year.
Yeah. So that show happens every year. It's been one of the biggest things. So we went to there. It was really cool. Basically, you go for me, it's like a paradise because I just go and try out all the super cool stuff.
Yeah.
You know, I'll see really killer artists or, you know, celebrities walking around.
Do you get signatures or you're not that kind of person?
No, I took a picture of a couple of them. I mean,
That's good. That's good.
I saw Stevie Wonder.
Wow.
He didn't see me, but
You.
I saw him.
Okay. I was excited for you and then. Okay. Oh no. Yes, that was good.
So, yeah, he was there. So like this year is supposed to be a bigger show because everyone's kind of coming back off the COVID train.
Right.
So a lot of companies are showing up, but the cool part is that there's also a lot of artists showing up that I know. So like I know for a company that we're going under for to meet with them, I think John Mayer is doing a private concert too, as well because he's one of their main artists.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
So guys like that, I mean, for everyone who likes music or whatever, you know, we'll see people like Polyphia, Tim Henson. He's a guy with a bunch of
I'm so
tattoos.
sorry. I don't like know half of these musicians.
Okay. So,
I bet the people that are watching this are gonna be like, "Whoa, that's so cool." I'm uncultured in the music industry.
I'll put it in easier ways to say it. It's like going to a Comic-Con and running into
anime convention.
Yeah,
and running into someone that's like the voice actor for like
pretty much
Pokemon.
That's exactly what it is.
Okay,
it's like going to Comic-Con and running into Robert Downey Jr. basically.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
yeah.
That's the equivalent.
Okay.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was fun, and then after that, it was just pretty much work and gigs after coming back, and yeah, I mean, of course, I went Outer Island. It was nice to have some days off and relax. Yeah, for the most part, my 2024 was just a blur. I feel like I kind of got into this Groundhog Day thing where I just sleep, wake up, repeat, sleep, wake up, repeat.
Right.
And then when my girlfriend comes home from school, it just like it kind of snaps me out of it. So I'm like, okay, I have to do other stuff now too.
Right.
So yeah, it was nice. I mean, this holidays was great. I actually had a lot of time to take for myself away
and
spend
with your girlfriend.
Yeah, spend with my girlfriend. Even just spend not doing anything.
Sometimes that's like the best things. It's just literally just laying there or going on a walk at the beach and just doing literally nothing or just you know.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like even to the point where I will just drive places if I'm just driving myself to get to somewhere. I will not listen to music.
What?
No, I won't because I'm around it so much that.
That's wow. Wait, I didn't think about that. That's so true that you finally probably just want to silence.
Listening to nothing is like the greatest thing.
Do you like what about like the ocean or the beach? Hearing the ocean, is that too much too?
Oh, no,
then?
that's
or is
fine.
that calming more than you would? Yeah.
Yeah, just like hearing stuff that's going on around you, or just like not listening to anyone singing or talking in your ear.
That's true.
Is like wonderful.
I didn't know that. That's interesting.
Especially too because like I also pretty much deal with people all the time.
That's true.
So I'm like, I don't want to talk. I don't want to hear anyone.
Do you think that has affected your relationship though? Out of curiosity, let me know if I ever get out of crossbounds or anything. But like in a way that because like I saw the post where it was like this nurse was saying, or it was on TikTok or something. It was like this nurse was like, we're the worst people to date because when we come home after a busy day of like hearing the alarms, having someone pass, and hearing just the lot, just when they get home, they don't want to talk, they don't want to do anything. Like that isn't out of like what they would do, like to feed themselves and go to sleep and like shower and stuff.
It hasn't affected my relationship because like mainly she understands that I just like my silence, I like relaxing.
I mean, you're good communicating with her then.
Oh yeah.
So,
but like in that aspect, like I know how to like just switch gears and be like, okay, I'm with her now. This is fine. We can laugh.
If only half of the population could do that.
Oh yeah, no, but
because it's tricky. It's tricky.
I'm pretty guilty too of like not being able to just like
be there.
Do that sometimes.
Yeah.
So like
to switch
whether
it.
It's not with her or something else, I'm just like kind of stuck. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I gotta do this or else it's not gonna be good. But
right.
Yeah, so I've just been lucky. She's so wonderful. And
how long have you guys been together now?
September of this year will be 5 years.
Wow. Any news? Any future things we should look forward to, or I should look forward to hearing?
And
I have not. This is also a thing. We've been friends for 14 years plus, and I have not met her. I'm just saying. I would love to meet her.
Because it's just like it just misses.
I know. I've been traveling so much, but luckily for you, I'm home. So.
Well, you barely live here, and she's barely living here. She has to finish her degree.
I know, priorities. That's fine. That's okay. But
no,
I just.
Wonderful.
Yeah, she sounds really, really amazing.
Yeah.
So
She is. So like once she finishes school, that's when something might happen. We'll see.
Do you know?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, but
Yeah,
she doesn't
I
know.
do.
You don't know. Okay.
Because I know I'm gonna send her the link when it's done, and she's gonna listen to all of it.
Oh, yay! Hi, I want to meet you. Okay.
Leave that part in.
She doesn't have a printer.
No, she's normal.
No, that's what?
Papa.
No, we're normal. I mean, it's still exciting because, like, in a way, it's a new chapter. You've got to like now you're still together in a way, but you're engaged, and then
Yeah, like we're just like I said, we're super practical. Like this Christmas, she was like, "Oh, what do you want for Christmas? I don't know. What do you want? What are you looking at?" She's like, "Oh, well, I need new shoes for working out." Okay.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
You're more practical than like, what's the other word?
Extravagant, over the top, excessive.
More. Give me more words. Like you just buy things that you don't necessarily need.
Unnecessary.
Yeah. Oh, unnecessary items. So
We were on 2024.
yes, we're on 2024.
So basically, yeah, my year is a blur.
Blur.
You, I know you're traveling a lot. You went to like what? You're Canada, back here, Japan, Bali, somewhere in between, and then you were hopping around Europe, right? Yeah, and you're Europe hopping.
I was in Greece.
So how was that?
For those that don't know, you guys know, I was studying in Canada the year before, and I was by myself.
Yep.
It was very wonderful. And then all of a sudden, I get put back with my mom and my family, which is fine.
Yep.
But I went from like being very myself, independent space, to now I'm living with my family again and my mom, and we butt heads for the traveling portion. So part of it was, ironically, my mom had told me, hey, I've got this thing for you. We've got this opportunity to help her with her business endeavors. And so I was like, okay, because I didn't have any game plan. I was thinking maybe I would. So the thing is, in Canada, I was thinking maybe I'll study whatever the thing was, but I ended up not doing that. So I started traveling. One of my gifts that when I graduated from my mom was a trip, and so I wanted to go to Greece, and we went in like around, not April, was it before April? And it was like very chilly, and it was a mistake. There was nobody in Greece. There was no one in Santorini. There was no one in Mykonos. There was no one in like besides Athens, but there was like not a lot of tourists. It was just us in Mykonos on an island. Yeah. No restaurants were open. Like there was like one or two, but like those were for the people that live there.
Yeah.
But it was good. I got to be with a bunch of cats. It was cold. I did go in the water, which was good. But I did a lot of traveling, and I went to Japan for the first time, which was amazing. It's been on my list, one of my lists, and probably would love to go back again because there's this one place that had really good curry noodles, and if I could learn the recipe, I would be golden. But yeah.
Okay, on your continent hopping and island hopping,
yeah.
What was like some of your favorite, I guess, foods that you had or things that you ate on your on your travels?
Well, in Bali, I love mie goreng is fried noodles, nasi goreng is fried rice. But the way that they stir fry it and like everything, it's phenomenal. It's one of their best dishes. I'm obsessed. Maybe it's not necessarily the famous. Maybe it's to me it's famous. But and then the one that I said in Japan, there was a restaurant in Nara that was like fire.
Like curry udon.
Curry udon. Yeah. And I went to, where else did I go? I feel like I went everywhere, but I just like, I'm not like, actually the funny thing is I'm not a big foodie. Like I'm not like one of those like people that's like, I go there for the food. I kind of go there for the experience. So I wasn't really focusing too much on that. But I will say like Japan and Indonesia's foods are pretty good.
I'm like kind of the same way where like I'm there for the experience and I just wind up eating my way through everything. Yeah. I'm like, oh man, this tastes great. Oh, this too. Oh man, this is great too.
but do you think that like when you go, for me, when you go to like places like you go to Japan or you go to Greece and you have their like traditional meals, it tastes, or even if you have like a noodle there or something, it tastes like 10 times better because I don't know if it's the atmosphere, the culture, like just where you are. Like something like it tastes so much better because like you can get noodles and you can make it the same way here, but it doesn't taste. You know what I mean?
So it also like kind of goes to saying like we eat with our eyes too.
Yeah.
So I mean that can contribute as well
true.
to like our overall experience with something.
Yeah.
That's but true. Also like over there too is it's probably more fresh than what we get it.
Yeah, that's
as well.
true.
So
Oh
that's a big contribution because it's like New Zealand, right? New Zealand, you can't have any outside meat or anything,
right.
beef or anything because everything has to be made everything has to be from within the country.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, I forgot. I went to Sydney. I went to Australia. So actually, okay, I do have a funny story that's pertaining to travels and stuff. So I came from Sydney. I usually when I'm there, there's a layover and I get an apple. Like you can just get an apple, whatever. It's at the hotel. You can take it with you onto the airplane.
Right.
And I was like, it was still in my sister's backpack because I put it in her backpack because I have no space. Okay. So I put it in her backpack. I forget that it's in her backpack. We land on the U.S. soil and
customs.
Customs didn't. So we got past customs because they didn't screen us. There was no dogs there. Yeah. And then as I'm getting at the baggage claim, there was a dog. My sister is over there and she's just, she also doesn't, speak really well. And I was like, I didn't know. And then when I came with my suitcase, the luggage, I see her with the security and like the person, and they're like, "Is this your sister?" Like, I'm like, "Yes." Wait, what happened? Yeah. And they're like, "Do you have your passports?" I'm like, "Oh yes, here." I gave them both of ours, and because it was in her backpack, but also because she's technically not even technically, she's illegally on a minor. Yeah. I got so I got like a check or whatever on my. I don't know what they do, but they just checked me, I guess. They just checked me on the system.
I see. Okay.
So I didn't get in trouble, but now that just like, cause I didn't think about it.
Keep an eye on this one.
That was like, it was so innocent. I promise. I didn't remember like any of that. So that's why I was like, oh no. But so speaking of food, and it was just an apple, but I'm like, I understand. Yeah. I get it. Country hopping and going to different, like, it's a lot. You have to go through customs all the time. They're like, why are you here? I'm like, I'm visiting my mother.
It's like TSA and TSA.
Oh my God.
And TSA.
But you know what's worse? I don't know if you get stressed out when you go to TSA. I get so stressed. But I'm not a criminal. I don't do anything. I just feel like, do I need to take, I'm like, do I need to take my shoes off? Do I need to take my jacket off? Because it's so different in every place.
Not really. I'm just like, hurry up, get this over with. I just want to go sit down and relax already.
I know. I don't know. I guess I just get that, like, that part of like travel is the most stressful for me. Yeah. But overall, traveling this entire year has been really amazing, but also it's been a lot being with family nonstop. But it's been good, but it's just been, a lot. I have been trying to get back into like my workout and like healthy era because being in Bali and being in other countries, it's difficult because you're not able to keep that consistency. And plus you don't know if they have a gym there, blah, blah, blah. And also the food. Okay, so a food is the equivalent of like a problem that I have when you are trying to be healthy, but then they have like noodles that are delicious or curry that like you want with rice, and it's just like it's so hard to get a good balance where you're like I could eat it, but then I want more.
So I guess in that fitness sense, how is I understand you're back on the gym grind or healthier lifestyle? How is that going?
Right now that I'm back home, I'm debating on where I should go for gym. So I haven't gone to the gym since being back here. I've done exercise like walking and like some minor stuff, but I've never really I'm not committed to a gym yet because I'm still trying to figure out what gym would be best for me. Mm-hmm. 1 for parking, 2 for comfortability, 3 for like being able to get the equipment. I'm a morning person, so I would prefer to do it like early in the morning. And then have the rest of my day be available, kind of thing.
Is World Gym open 24/7? I
have no idea. So the gyms that I know of that are relatively well known is UFC 24 hour Planet Fitness. I hear Planet Fitness.
Sorry, Planet Fitness. Yeah.
Yeah, no, Planet Fitness. I hear. I don't know. But the problem with Planet Fitness that I've heard is that it's easy to get in and become a member, but it's harder to get out.
Oh, I see.
Is what I've heard a lot of people saying. And also because it's relatively cheaper on the cheaper side of memberships, everyone's got a membership there for that, which is kind of like, I also don't want to. So that's what, So those are my 3 options. But then I've seen that there's like personal gyms. There's like a little bit like non-labeled gyms that are here, but I'm like still kind of like 50-50. So far now, I haven't been. and that's been an issue because I feel like I'm not doing much. I could go back surfing, right? I could do surfing, but right now it's kind of dead.
You could find like a multi-weight set on like Amazon.
Yeah.
Just get that. So you'd have to pay like what, the $240 something a month for 24-hour.
But here's the thing: it's like, as much I would love to have like a little gym here, but I feel like, how will I socialize with other people? Because like I feel like for me, I know some people, you know, when they go to the gym, it's just about the gym time, which is true for me too. But I also feel like it's kind of nice to like, if I saw like a nice person that was like, oh hey, like, you know, you kind of just talk, you know, like you could find some gym friends, is what I'm trying.
Conversation.
Yeah, and start like having like a buddy. Because to be honest, I don't mind working out. I've worked out in Bali by myself, and it's totally fine. But it's nice to be able to find someone that wants that same like goal of like wanting to feel better and fit for themselves.
Uplift
and wants to exactly. Yeah, and also I have been struggling with like binge eating a lot, and like sugar. I have a problem with sugar. I think a lot of us do, but like I like those nerds, little nerds.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, like the gummy inside.
Nerds, bro.
Those are so good. But no, that now they've changed it to like little balls, and then it's like it's so good. They're like little candies.
It's funny. So I'm not a big candy person anymore. I'm just not.
I think that just has to do, like, part of it I think is part for women that we need a little bit of sugar. Like when we get our periods, before we even get it, we have those cravings because our body is like losing blood, and like we're, you know, all of that, you know, it's a kind of more that kind of thing where I'm not like addicted in the sense of like I need an ice. Like, I don't. If you look in my refrigerator, actually, I don't have anything in my refrigerator. So if you look in it, there's nothing there. But I have no ice cream. I like I'm trying to be very clean and just trying. But I've had issues binge eating. But what about you? Have you had like? Are you had a personal gym, at home?
Well, it's just like I have a weight set, like all the dumbbells or barbells and stuff.
Do you want this year to be like health journey kind of, or what
yeah?
Are you feeling?
So for me, like, because my whole life has just been sports.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
like eat, sleep, and breathe.
I know.
Sports, whether it's
well, it's because
running.
you're so tall and you can.
I'm not tall.
You're tall. I mean,
in the grand scheme of things,
he's tall.
I am not tall compared to a
Your
lot of my
group.
friends and the guys I competed with and against.
But my thing is, in my defense, I'm 5'1" and a quarter. Gotta add that quarter.
Okay.
And so like being like my brother, he's younger, but he's taller than me. Like I'm around a lot of people that are tall. The other day I went to Safeway and I was like, "Hi, can you reach the sriracha sauce? Because I can't reach it." And it was tucked all the way like in the back.
Yeah.
And the guy was like, "Oh yeah, sure." I was like, "Thank you." Like I also don't feel like inconvenience people, so like that took a lot of guts for me to be like, "Can you please?" Like so I mean you're tall compared to me in my height, but maybe not for you. You're not as tall as you think.
Because like 6 foot, 6'1" is like that's just normal. I feel like for a guy at least. Like I see a lot of guys, like whether it's at the gym or people I've competed against, where we're like the same height, and usually if it's on like a court or whatever, I'm usually like on the shorter side compared to some other people I know, like including my friends that play professional sports. I mean, they're 6'5" and 6'11", 6'10".
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And the rest of my friend group growing up was all 6'7". They're big humans.
That's crazy to me.
So like crazy. Being like 6 foot 6'1" is like not really.
I mean, well,
it's a functional height.
Right.
It's a functional height.
Yeah.
But anyways, in terms of the gym part, because I was doing it for so long.
Right.
Like once I kind of stopped.
Do you feel like do you want to be healthier, or do you are you happy with where you are and now, I guess? Are you want
to be healthier, so I'm doing the fasting diet.
Right.
So I just eat from like, for me and trying the fasting thing, like would like to lose some weight because I have gotten happy.
He's put on a little bit of happy weight.
I put on a lot of happy weight.
Yeah.
Like a lot of happy weight.
Oh no. Okay. Well, I mean, so going back to traveling and last year and stuff, I was really looking forward to coming home, after doing all of this travel, because in a weird way, Bali has become my second home in a way, because I've just been there for so long, and part of my family lives there, and it's just, it's kind of the best of both worlds. It's extremely humid, extremely hot there. It's not, when I say the best of both worlds, I lie.
That's not best. I don't want to be sweaty and steaming all day.
No. Here's my.
I'm already insulated as it is.
No. Wait. Let me give you my. So
Okay.
when I go to Bali,
Okay.
it's humid. I'm sweating buckets, right?
Okay.
When I come back home,
Okay.
I sweat nothing. I'm like dry. I'm like, wow, this is what it's like to be in like not a humid place. because my thing is that
Your body adjusted to it.
my body adjusted to the Bali heat, and then when I came back home, I was like, oh my god, it's so nice and cool, and like wow, and also it's wintertime though when I come home, so wintertime. But yeah, it's just like the humidity there, and so coming back home has been good. It's been a huge change, and I'm adapting to it. I have like responsibilities and things that we can talk off camera. But other than that, when I got home, I can tell you this story. When I got home, I met with my family friend. Her name's Aya, and she's like my Japanese mom, super sweet. Love her. We're like, she's like a surfer girl. We're total like we love each other. It's great.
There's nothing like coming home, like home.
Yeah, and then like meeting and seeing all your friends and family, like that's like the best thing, because it's not that you can't like, you know, you've got a lot of tourists in Bali and stuff, but it's, I don't know, it's not easy and it's not hard to make friends. I think I just personally get shy away from it, because if I say, oh, this, I feel like their expectations are like, oh, she has this thing, and like, oh, I want to be friends with her because of X, Y, and Z, versus being friends with me genuinely. So it's very, like, I like to keep my friend group very tiny, and like, I don't need a lot of friends. I just need like a few people that like get me and understand me, and vice versa. But when I came back here, she was like, I hopped into her car and she said, I have a guy for you. And I was like, oh, okay. That she knows. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And so we were so we got each other's number. We were talking. It's a friend she knows from her work. And
yes, you girl.
Yeah. No, it was good. We were messaging back and forth. The only issue is that he has night shifts and I'm, you know, so night shifts means I'm awake when he's I have
asleep. Worked a bunch of night shifts, yes.
Yeah. And so it was very hard to communicate. So it was tricky. And then I reached out to him a couple times to say like, hey, do you want to go out? Like we were started to like, you know, have that conversation of like going out. One time he had like a rash, and I understood, like a face rash. And I was like, if you want to meet someone for the first time, you don't want to look your worst or not feel confident. So I was like, I get that. The second time I was like, hey, I'm making curry. Do you want to go on a picnic with me and Aya? And he was like, oh, I think I've got like family things. And I'm like, oh, okay. You know, like again. But like the thing is, and then there was another thing where we were like, let's go out for dinner. And we were going to do it, but then that was the rash and it was like a whole thing. So
it was like the perfect wrong timing.
Not perfect person, because the thing is he ghosted me. So during like Christmas time, like when it was getting closer to Christmas, when my brother came into town, he ghosted me, and I messaged him in the new year saying Happy New Year, I hope you're doing well, like, you know, all that. No response.
Read.
Just ghosted.
Oh.
It was delivered, not read, because he doesn't have his read. He doesn't have. Some people have the read receipts on, which I respect and appreciate, but then some don't.
Oh yeah, I turn them off for certain people.
Yeah, no, I'm like, I don't want you to know I saw it, but no. So
yeah, I'm just like, leave me alone.
Exactly. So I messaged him. He didn't message me back, and then I was just like, okay, well, it is what it is.
Yeah.
It was just kind of like, that's actually the first time I've ever been ghosted.
Oh, my bad, huh?
I felt it with no, actually it wasn't bad, because the funny thing is I told Aya and she was like, next. She's like, it's okay, it's fine. And I'm like, it's totally fine. It's just, you know, I'm not in a rush to date, because I still have a lot of self-improvement for myself.
You have things to work on within yourself.
And so I appreciate that she was trying to help, and I was willing, you know, it's an opportunity to meet someone. So regardless, right?
Yeah.
So, but at the same time, I think I already put this in the atmosphere, like without telling him and anything, and just kind of being like, well, I wasn't really looking. Like I'm not even really that interested in looking.
Yeah.
Well, okay, here's my thing against, I don't appreciate it being ghosted, because here's the thing. We were having a good conversation. We're two grown adults talking. And my thing is, I would have been like, cool if you were like, hey, Lena, I don't know if this is working out. I don't think we're vibing really well.
Like a courtesy thing.
Just a courtesy, like text, just saying, like, you know, like, hey. Because we were talking nonstop, and then all of a sudden you stop talking, and then it's kind of like I reach out once, and then there's still nothing. And I'm kind of just like, you know, well, okay. I mean, I wish him well. I don't wish him any bad, you know, ill or anything, because I don't know him that well. But it was kind of like, you know, just a courtesy text and just be really nice. Because it's like, we're human beings. Yeah. All you have to do is just say, hey, it's not working out. And I'm not like going to be like, oh my God, in tears, it didn't work out. Because it's like, I don't even know you that deep. It's not that deep, you know?
I don't know you like that.
Exactly. I'm supposed to have feelings right now? So other than that, that's pretty much how my year had ended and like was started. Like it was really good. Traveling, all of that has been great. But I'm really excited to be home. But then also I'm going to be traveling again.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I want to stay home. I really do. But like, I got responsibilities.
I have adult life. I have to travel all over the world. Okay,
whoa. Don't make me sound like that. I mean, I'm just traveling one place. Actually, two places. One place. Now that we've talked about like, you're just like, yes. I feel like you're going to say something. Do you want to say something about my travels?
No.
Are you sure? Mm-hmm. Okay, because like, okay, let me just, in my defense, I've traveled, but like I also feel like I've been in a 5-year relationship, so being able to be like do whatever I want and go wherever I want.
Freedom.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But then also, if you're with someone, you should also still kind of feel free. Like you're still like you're committed to them, but like you can still travel, you can still do these things, and you know have that like you know.
Yeah, I really like because that's how I feel with my girlfriend because. Like, we both know we have stuff to do during the week. Yeah. We can just be fine in that part.
Now, here's the thing. I do have a question, though. Because, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you if you were going to go on with that. But my curiosity is when you guys are, like, doing your thing, she's got her studies, you have your work, and then on the weekends, you guys spend time together. Or, like, whatever, however your shift, like, the things work. Like, whatever. But my thing is, do you still have time to hang out with other friends with your girlfriend? Or do you guys kind of isolate yourselves and spend time together because you guys need that? But then at the same time, then you start to lose your friends because that's happened to me where I had friends. I'm going on a spiral, but like, you know what I mean? Where it's like, so it's you two, right? And then eventually what happens
you're
is
asking if
you guys isolate yourselves to the point where your friends try to reach out to you, you guys
no.
You know, like
yeah. So like when luckily she's California, so she's only like 2 hours ahead. Once I'm done with work, I'm like tired already. So you just go home, and because she's in California, it's only 2 hour time difference.
Right.
So she'll be studying or something. I'll just FaceTime her. While I'm either typing emails, I'll be just talking. And she's doing work. So yeah, so it's just like I guess we do spend a lot of like, our downtime or like busy time in a sense together.
Is that bad or good?
No, it's good. Oh, so we can still just hang around and just talk to each other.
But then what about like the socializing aspects of like other friends and
stuff?
So
like when I'm off, let's say, or if she's off, she'll have plans with her friends. I'll have plans with my friends, and then when we're both done with that, just call one another.
But then like, do you guys ever hang out with friends together? Or are you guys kind of separate? Like, is your friend groups kind of separate?
So our friend groups are very separate.
Is that like...
She's hung out with my friend group. Okay, so my friend group, one of them, two of them don't live here anymore. They live in Japan. But they come...
all the time. They still come visit.
No, whatever they have time in their schedule. Sometimes they can only be here for like maybe a week out of the year. The other guys are busy with work because they're... Well, one's a fireman. The other one works...
okay.
Or he's trying to finish school and he works in Diamond Head. Yeah. With the weather station over there. Right. And then the last one, he's usually busy working or trying to study for his upcoming exams for fire. But whenever we get the chance, we all try to hang out as a group.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
And she's like she gets kind of shy sometimes just because
I get that.
Just because like she's with a bunch of trees, basically. And even like
I feel that.
It's just such a different dynamic than what she's used to.
Yeah. But I feel like the good thing is, I will say, it's good to get out of your comfort zone. You know? I feel like in relationships, you often...
In relationships.
In relationships, you get into...
Oh, really?
You get into these habits that become comfortable and to a point where you start to get too comfortable when you don't get out of your comfort zone, which is where I was, and you don't, you know, you're not learning or growing.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what can like damage a relationship.
Yeah. So also, I will say this: it's very typical of, I guess, us guys.
Oh, okay.
We do like to play video games.
Hey, that's okay.
So on the downside, when we do get the chance, that's how we also keep up, you know, our social side.
Yeah.
Because even though like we don't have to necessarily go out, but we can just
Talk
hop on
like,
a game
and together and play.
and just tease each other till
Yeah.
the sun rises, basically.
Hey.
And it's fine like that.
Yeah. No, that's amazing. Yeah. I respect those kind of people. To be honest, I like playing Minecraft. So he's like, that's not a video game. That's just
That is like
it's a video game.
It's
a fun video game.
That is one of the most fun video games to play with the group.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Just because it's like you're kind of working
Together
to
and
reach
building
like a goal. Basically.
Yeah. Okay.
And then you just do the most random dumb ever sometimes and scream each other. Or like, I don't know if you guys, people over here play Minecraft.
Oh my gosh.
I
wish someone, okay, here's my thing. Before you say anything else, if any Minecrafters are single, I'm single. And I would love to be your girlfriend because I'm so easygoing and like, no, because I think to be honest, I think my type has changed and shifted, you know, over the years. But I also just find it like, they're not going to cheat on you. They're playing video games. They're like that's my thought process. Also, I'm playing video games. I'm not going to be like out and about and being like, you know, whatever. But that's not an insecurity. That's just something on the side. But
that's interesting that you say that. Like your type changed over the years, which is kind of funny how like everyone's everyone perceives it. Because for me, I was like, as long as you're cool, like I don't care.
I think when I say type, it's kind of like I've tried a certain type of person and guy, and it's kind of like
the same result.
The same, and it happened twice because they were both surfers, dudes, both partners that I had, and it was like one was puppy love, and the other one was hopefully a long term.
I told you.
You know, I know, but the thing is, at the time I was young and he was young-ish. Yeah. It was a lesson to learn.
Yeah.
You know, and I learned it.
Get that.
Yeah, but so back to Minecraft. I'm obsessed with Minecraft. I love watching the YouTube videos, like 100-day Minecrafts. I actually sleep to those, or the 24-hour ones. Oh, love those, where they just talk story. And I like the ones with the friends. Like that's like that kind of content is like what I eat. I like love to like watch that and like soak it in because it's like so fun to see just genuine people wanting to have fun with their friends, wanting to play a horror game, Minecraft, and or just like I just love it. I think it's such a great thing. And unfortunately, like 90% of those men are married or have girlfriends, so it's kind of just like,
creeps.
I don't think. I mean, well, it depends on which Minecrafters.
There are certain YouTubers.
Oh, for sure.
That
I guarantee.
Prey on a certain age group.
I guarantee. But I will say though, for who I watch are pretty like older, like relatively my age or older, or like maybe like in their 20s at least. Yeah. So, anyways, that's where that was a tangent. Oh, he's socializing. So I mean, that's a good way to socialize is video games. I find it to be really fun, but then I also feel like, I don't know. I did a Minecraft video. I don't know if you ever saw that. And you probably didn't.
I did see it. I watched it.
My poor brother. He was like, "It's actually really good," and I was like, "Don't lie to me." And you know what he said? He said, "It's like the old Minecraft, like the beginning, like like when that's what he was saying."
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
And I was like,
when you first uploaded the game, and everyone was just like,
"Yeah." And my brother was like, "You did a lot of killing. You did like a lot of killing of the animals." He was like, "There's a lot of montages," and I was like, "Those are the satisfying parts." Yeah, and then that was one episode, and it never aired again. The game is still on my gaming laptop, just sitting there collecting dust.
So I will say this too. I guess the socializing part, music is also a very sociable thing.
Yeah,
because I am playing with a lot of my friends.
You're a very social person.
Though.
So when you want to be choosing, selective.
It's different because it's not when I want to be; it's when I have to be. Like at work, I have to be.
Yeah.
When I'm playing music, I have to be.
Yeah.
But if it's just me going around, like just getting stuff done, or just mind my own business.
Right.
I just don't want to engage for the most part.
I get that. When you see someone like that you haven't seen in years, and you see them in the mall, and you're like, "Do I go up to them and say hi, or do I just beep, 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 like go away.
In terms of that,
Yeah.
I feel like that's just like courtesy or like just being a nice person.
Of course.
Or like, hey, how's it? You know.
Because I mean, I don't know. I mean, some people, you know, you kind of are just like, you want that moment of alone time, and then you see these people that are your friends or like whatever, and you're kind of like,
Yeah.
okay, I guess I will.
Yeah, I just feel like it's just, well, if you see them and they see you.
Well, then that's a you.
Yeah,
I mean,
you don't want to be a jerk.
Don't be a shady and be like, I see you, but I'm not gonna say hi
Because
to you.
I always feel like if I see someone and
Yeah.
they don't see me in that moment, I feel like they've probably saw me, but they're unsure.
Yeah.
Or, you know, it could be.
Well,
you never know.
a double take, because also, no offense, but here where we live, everyone looks the same to some extent in like the back of the
racist.
head. No, it's
Racist.
not. I could be like
kidding.
I could be like that because when I got here, people thought I was, but I'm not.
What the
Yeah.
You serious?
Yeah, people. Well, so funny enough, my ethnicity has gotten questioned quite a lot in Bali. I have gotten, are you Korean? Are you Japanese? Are you Filipino? Are you Balinese? Are you Hawaiian? Are you? Where's China? Where China is not. I'm not Chinese. Has never. One person finally said it at the end of the year. Was like, oh, are you Chinese? And I was like, yes. So my ethnicity, I can kind of. I guess my mom likes to call it. I'm like a chameleon. I can kind of just absorb and like kind of just be there, so that it's like a survival tactic, I guess. But
I mean, to me, you look Chinese. I mean, it's just.
yeah, but some people don't see that. Like one person thought I was from LA because they thought that my voice sounded LA-ish. I don't know. I don't know. I feel very Chinese.
Are you from LA? Do you like drive a Cybertruck or a Tesla?
Yeah, but I don't talk like that.
Yeah, I know.
But you know what? No, but you know what I mean though. It's like people. I don't know. So
they make an assumption.
They make an assumption
on how you look.
Yeah, it's hard sometimes to know, like you have to do like a double take to see if it's actually your friend or not, kind of thing. Because it's like, how awkward would it be? Like my mom said to me, she said, "Oh, I just saw this girl at this beach, and I thought it was you. She had the build like you. She looked like you. She had the hair." And I was like, "Well, it wasn't me because I'm here." So I don't know. You know, there's like doppelgangers, Asians. Well, Asians don't raisin. We all look kind of similar to some extent. Now, we're in 2025.
Okay.
So, how has the start of 2025 been for you? And what are like news? Do you know anything? Like
what is happening in 2025? Is this like gonna happen every year?
We're like
beginning of the year, everything just like explodes.
Fire. A lot of fires. Did you hear about the one?
Is that the one the fireman
Yeah.
lost his life? Yeah. So I've had a couple friends that knew the guy because they were in fire academy together, and it was just all around like it's just a sad story. They're not sure what happened because the roof was a partial cave in,
Right.
so they were unsure if it was like
A fall.
if he got pinned or if he just got blocked in there, you know, because the air tanks are only so big,
Yeah.
so they can only stay in there for so long. So yeah, it was just a horrific situation. There's other
Ones that got injured.
other
as
people
well.
that got injured.
Yeah.
I believe that one of our old classmates' brother was one of the ones that
Really?
got injured.
Oh shit.
But yeah, it was just
Wow.
crazy. That I know this wasn't 2025, but
Yeah.
towards the end of 2024, the whole airplane thing.
Yeah.
There's a
Just literally. Yeah.
yeah, there's literally a plane crash outside the airport. That one of my friends was responding to it, and he said it was just crazy.
Everyone knows everyone, kind of, or like has like friends or families that like all like know one another. So it's kind of sad when you hear
Everyone's like somewhat connected. It's like kind of scary.
No, well, okay. If we're gonna go down that route,
Well, in terms of like people, in terms of people knowing each other,
yeah.
everybody knows someone, and it just all loops back.
Well, of course. I mean, at some point though, in the universe, we had to have been one person, and multiple came out. Like, well, not like that, not in that sense, but you know what I mean. Like, ethnicities became a thing.
Yeah.
Sorry. Tangent number 1 for Lena.
Okay. Back to
So
at least 2025. So the plane, the fires,
and then
the
one,
New Year's Eve thing. That was crazy.
So here's my here's my thing about New Year's Eve that I've noticed that's happened every year. Like once like COVID happened, everyone like bat crazy, which I get it.
Oh, yeah.
At the same time, people are doing it so close to each other's homes. Like,
Oh, yeah.
they're not giving themselves the grace of like a space.
Well,
do you know what I mean? Like, I mean, it's not like I'm not against it.
No. I get
just,
what you mean. Like, it's great to see the fireworks here.
It's just so close to
Yeah.
people's houses.
I think, well, it was such a horrific accident, and like prayers out to the families that were involved with that, and everything that just happened. It was ballistic.
Right. It was crazy.
But I mean, it's also wake up call for a lot of people because it's everyone likes fireworks here. Let's just get that clear.
I get it.
Everybody wants to just light the sky up,
With
but
just
people also got to
beautiful-
remember that you're kind of dealing with a flashy grenade
Pretty
in
much.
a sense.
Yeah.
Like it is explosives.
Yeah.
It can hurt a lot of people.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't help that it hit a whole box or stack of it and it went off.
Exactly.
Like, that was crazy.
I think I understand that people want to make really great memories with their kids and families, but then at the same time, there's other ways.
Safety is first.
There's other ways. Like I was thinking, like getting those cute little sparklers, the ones that like little wands that look like you're still lighting up the sky, even though it's on a stick, and you can just like do this, and it's cute, and it's like safe, and you're not like in danger. Like I just feel like.
True.
And also the aftermath, the cleanup, people don't like. I understand you're partying, you're enjoying the new year.
Not everyone cleans up after themselves.
Exactly, and it sucks because we are so smart. All of us are, and we should just try to do our best to at least, I get it. Sleep in as much as you want because you're waking up in the next day or that day, and then just wake up and just do a little cleaning.
Yeah. So like all like my neighbors and everybody
Was going ham?
super good about that though.
Or just respectful.
Like it's funny because in the morning you wake up, everyone's on the street cleaning.
Yeah.
Like everybody.
See, but that's what I mean is like some places within areas don't do that, and I've driven past some, and I'm just kind of like, it's just devastating. Actually, New Year's Day, my neighbor I walked up to my neighborhood, and I was like, just doing my little usual walk to get to my mom's place, and as I was walking, there was just so much garbage. No one was picking it up. There's still like stuff from
like,
now that's still here.
Melted in the road
Yeah, and it's just kind of like, I get it, but we also have to like I feel like that's kind of hypocritical of us to be like, can you make sure you clean up the beaches and the ocean?
Yeah.
But then we do the opposite.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's just because it's like I just wish we could just be more respectful because it's just like, it's easy to forget, and it's also easy to pick up and actually do. So
like,
but it's unfortunate that those incidents happen.
Yeah, it's just not a good situation.
Here's my thing. It's sad that in order for change to happen, something bad
Something
has to
huge
happen.
has to happen.
Exactly.
Yeah. So like the other thing that I also think about too is like, you gotta look at it from both sides because
Of course. They just want to have fun.
they want to have fun, but also I don't know if they're drinking or anything.
Right.
But
See, so then
there's
you've got a
also
whole
that
nother
factor of like, how someone, you gotta look at it from like, let's say like a fire. I have friends that are within like HFD, HPD,
Yeah.
ambulance, whatever, is that they're also like risking
Their lives to stop whatever is happening.
And the way they look at it is that, it's like, okay, we have to help these people, but how did this start?
It started-
there's guarantee that people were drinking.
Of
There could have
course.
been a mishandle or misuse of it.
Right.
Like there's so many factors that go into it. Like,
Of
it's
course.
not
It's not just
it's not to be mean or like condescending or
No,
anything. It's just
no.
that's how
That's how
guys have
that's
to
how
think.
other people have to think, because
Yeah.
this is also a topic that I was talking to my brother, was like, I feel like people sometimes tend to be closed-minded sometimes when it comes to things like this, especially when we were talking about adoption, but also like things that, for like people that go to the beach and they aren't the best swimmers, and it's like you go out, and so if you know you're not a good swimmer but you still go out, and then now you're putting another person in danger, which is a lifeguard, like you don't think about that until you're already in that position, which is so sucky. But then that's also why we have, not to be condescending either, that's also why we have these emergencies and these people that thankfully dedicate their lives to save other people.
I also blame like Instagram for that too.
Oh,
because
yeah.
there's some people like, oh my god, look over here, look where I am, and they don't see the other side of like, you're in a spot that's super cool, but do you see the placard next to you with all the names of people who died there?
Yeah.
So it's like, don't.
People are
promote that kind of
people
thing.
are so insensitive too, I feel like some people.
Oh, yeah.
Not everyone, but like it's like not everything needs to be filmed. One of the things when I started my YouTube channel and I told my mom was like, she's just like, well, just be careful. Like not everything you need to share needs to be filmed. And I'm like, I get it. I'll only share what I share. So with that being said, what are your plans or what do you want to achieve in 2025?
Okay, 2025. I definitely wouldn't mind like the health thing we were talking about earlier. Better health, of course,
Of course.
because I think it's time to slowly start doing that and be happy, but less
Happy?
in a
I'm just
happier.
kidding. Be happy, but less
Stay
happy.
happy in terms of myself and as
Yes,
a person,
of course. Of course.
but be physically less happy. I want to be
Does that make
like
sense?
this, not like this.
Oh, I thought you were going to like do was that a rectangle?
Yes,
Oh, you want to be a square. Rectangle.
just not round.
Oh, I get that. I get that. I get that.
Yeah.
I understand
So,
that.
little things for myself, like little
Yeah.
goals here and there, like being more conscious of stuff going on around me. Because sometimes I can just get really into just doing something.
One-minded or just like kind of set in one.
I get like really focused on getting something done, and I'm not paying attention to anything that's going on around me. And I look, I'm like,
Is that considered selective hearing, or is that just like you just kind of are just?
I just kind of
zoned?
zone straight in on something when I gotta get it done.
That's yeah. That's.
For me personally,
Do you have wait? Well, I think it's more like resolution. Do you have any resolutions for this year?
Probably work on like.
Just like health and is there any like? Do you have like a something? Because
I mean, typical one: lose weight,
okay,
be healthier.
Yeah.
That's very typical. That and probably like career wise, there's a couple changes I want to make
Right.
for my career for the betterment.
of course.
Of course, I'm gonna still stick with music because that's
Something that you enjoy
part
and
of me.
love. But that's
Yeah.
also something you enjoy and love, and you've been doing for years. I mean, and even
Yeah,
in
I've been doing
middle
it for a
school.
long time.
I've seen you in middle school, like playing, and
Yeah, so
stuff,
when I first started playing.
yeah.
Now, I'm like
Now it's
7 years into being a professional musician, I guess, or
I mean, if you're having gigs, that's profession.
somewhat professional.
That if you have a gig, that's professional. So
Depends.
nope.
It depends.
Well, I mean, yes, but I also feel like for me, seeing it on the outside and being like, if you can like sit and like I said, like sit and be like in front of people, like that's pretty good. Like you're solid.
When I go to work,
Yeah,
or if I'm doing
you gotta
something,
turn it off.
the professional comes in. Like
Yeah.
but I guess in my own personal time,
Yeah.
I could probably tone it down some stuff. Like
Mm.
one of them is probably using less profanity.
Okay. 2020.
At times. Yeah. What made you want to do a podcast? Number one. And number two is that, is this like something to express yourself or just kind of like the inner workings of your brain or just kind of what was the whole embodiment and where do you want to take this?
So I honestly want to do more I wanted to do a podcast because so like how like YouTubers they kind of go from one thing to another. They either they're vloggers or like everyone has like a little niche, right?
They have multiple.
I wanted to just try this out because I do like chit chatting and like talking to the camera.
Yeah.
That sounds so like.
I like talking to a camera.
That sounds so
like,
conceited.
Chit chatting. Hi guys.
No, I mean like so like it's just being able to open up conversations that may not be comfortable for other people or opening it up so that it's kind of like therapy in a way.
Okay.
Where you can kind of express yourself. I want to try to have like for me it's kind of a way of sharing my thoughts like going into my own mind and sharing what I think and feel and also bringing my friends along for this journey because I feel like it's really interesting to hear other people's perspectives,
Yeah.
lives, whether they want to be on my YouTube or not on my YouTube. But it's just like I would love my mom to do it, but she would never do this in a million years. Like I would her stories that she has are insane. It's kind of also nice to like interview and like chit chat and catch up with friends and like it's an experience.
Yes, it is.
When I started my YouTube channel, in general, I wanted it to be kind of like a time capsule of my life in case I get dementia when I'm like 80 years old. I know that's looking negatively, but like
Who is that on my screen?
It's me. It's my friends.
You like forget who you are.
No, I mean no, but like I don't know. I just think it's a nice thing to look back and be like, I did all this crazy stuff,
Yeah.
and it's that this is our generation of doing that in a way. I don't know.
It's your own storybook.
Yeah, but like so I want my podcast to just be an open conversation for anyone to share anything. I can cut things out if people don't want certain things in because that's respectful.
Yeah.
Although my brother was saying, and he's probably gonna watch this. I hope you watch this. But he was like, yeah, with podcasts you just kind of talk and you just kind of run it. There's no edits. There's no whatever. And I was like, but I like.
That's for live podcasts, yes.
But I personally, yeah, live. But I personally like the edits. I hope that people like either are watching the video because I edit it and there's like funny bits, or that they are listening while like whatever they're doing. Like if it's on just playing on the background, like I like that because it's just kind of like you get. And then if you hear a funny noise, it's because I edited the video the way I did. So you have to kind of see it. But I just want to have fun. It's not like this isn't serious. This isn't deep. You know, like it's not like, oh no, if my podcast doesn't work out, like it's not like I can't do something
freak
else.
Out.
Like it's not like I have freak. It's not like I have anything. Like I have so many other ideas I could do, but I thought a podcast would be nice because we're older now, and I feel like we've experienced. You know, it's good to talk about our 20s.
We're
and
not
like
that old,
but like we're older in the sense like we're adults. Like this is some serious.
Technically,
You know.
Technically, we're adults.
So that's where I'm at right now with the podcast. So I appreciate that you're my second guest, and honestly, I'll probably be like, hey, you want to do another round?
Sure.
Thank you, Hi'i, for joining me. You're
you for
definitely going to
having
be coming back.
Okay.
I think I'm going to need you back, please.
Okay.
But yeah, thank you for joining us, and thank you for joining
Thank you
Udon
for having
Udon.
me.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Like, subscribe, and support our
Thank
channel.
you. Thank
Udon
you so
Udon.
much. Yay.